Oh my God, what did you just do? Well, good morning. It's probably a little loud out here. I'm out here in the shop, got fans running. It's hot out here. So please excuse the fan noise. See that eye right there? Yeah, that one. That's called allergies. It's been burning and draining since I woke up at 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's 3 a.m. It is now 4:30 a.m. Anyhow, 4:30 in the morning. Let's get to work. I know, dipping snow. It's terrible. It is what it is. I don't normally do it on camera, but I don't really care. Today, right now, today, I'm going to be installing a voltage meter / USB panel on my kayak. I'm going to put it up here in the camera. Hopefully you can see this. Basically here is your 12-volt voltage meter. Right here, you unplug this. There's your USB. This has a 2.1, well actually they're both 2.1. Anyhow, voltage meter. USB ports, I can use these to charge my cameras. Okay, close that back. And a cigarette light plug holder, which I will use to power my fish finder with. And of course, your on and off switch. You can buy this on Amazon. It was 20-30 bucks. Heck, I can't remember. I will leave a link in the description below. But anyhow, I was saying you have your on and off switch right here. You have your voltage meter right here. You have your USB port right here, which I can charge my phone, but I will probably mainly use it to charge my cameras. And you also have your cigarette lighter plug hole here, which I will be using to power my fish finder and my graphs. So let's get into this. Alright, so these are screwed on the back with this little lock, which I'm going to take each piece out because I'm going to need this back panel to use as a template. Sorry, I'm sitting here thinking and paying attention to what I'm doing and not talking. Just blah, blah, blah. Doing real good here, aren't I? Anyhow, here's your panel. Now, there's 4 screw holes as you see on each corner. So there's 2 on each corner. And what I'm going to do is go over to the kayak, use this, mount it, draw my template out, so then I'll know where to drill my holes. Now what I'm going to use to drill my holes is a spade bit. This is a number 1. These holes are actually about 1.25 inches, so I may have to do a little bit of work, seeing how all I have is a number 1 spade bit in order to get it out. Now this kit comes with everything. It comes with your wiring and your connectors. And I also bought a cigarette lighter plug. You can buy all this stuff. Actually, this and this come together as part of a kit. I'll leave a link in the description below. Like I said, I bought the cigarette lighter plug to power my Hummingbird. You can buy all this on Amazon. I'm going to show you one other thing I've got, and that is I got a couple of these little male to female quick disconnects. Now one other thing you're going to want is a level, so you can make sure you get it right, and you're going to want some silicone. Now one thing you want to make sure when you buy your silicone is number one, make sure it's waterproof. This is, as you can see, 100% waterproof. So this should work just fine. Also got some Velcro, which I'll explain that later. I needed some heat shrink. I was out, so I ran to Harbor Freight, got me a little pack of heat shrink, and I got me an assortment of terminal connectors while I was there as well. So I have, and also I have some electrical tape. So I basically have everything I need. Let's move over to my kayak and let's get started on this and get this thing installed. Alright, so where I'm going to mount this is relatively right here. Crap, I forgot my tape measure. Alright, so I had to grab my tape measure. But where I'm going to mount this is basically going to be right above the vibe right there. What I need to do is measure on my sides so I can get it exactly even where I need it. So what I'm going to do is I pulled my tape measure out. It's going to be a little difficult because I don't have a lot of room in my garage. I'm just using the edge here. That's a quarter. It's probably not going to be perfect. I think I'm going to be more concerned about it being level than I am going to be exactly being centered. So I'm going to set my level up here. Boom, that's level right there. So what I need to do is hold that. Right. So what I need to do is I need to get this right above that vibe, and I'm just going to eyeball for the center. Alright, so it's not perfect, but I'll outline my 4 holes. Alright, I am really nervous about this. Here goes nothing. Oh my God, what did you just do? I really want it to be real tight, and if this is how tight it has to be, then that's fine. I'd rather it be tight myself than real loose. I think I'm gonna hit it one more time. Like I said, folks, I'm not a professional at this. I'm actually a rookie at it. I would highly recommend using a hole saw. There it is. I'm going to finish putting these screws in. Actually, I'm going to run to Home Depot because these screws are painted and water's going to splash on here and eventually that'll rust. So I'm going to run to Home Depot and get some stainless steel screws, and then I'm going to put those in. I will put silicone around the entire back of this, suck it in, and then I'm going to wire it up. Alright, so we got it in there. And for pretty much eyeballing it, because I couldn't really get the level on there, look at that level. I think I did alright. I wouldn't put stainless screws in here so they wouldn't rust. And now all I got to do is wire it up. So let's get it wired up and I'll show you how it works once I get it wired up. Alright, so this little kit comes with these little black screws. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. What I'm worried about is the face of them rusting after a period of time. So I went to Home Depot and got these little 1-inch stainless steel screws, and I use those. So I would highly recommend that. Something else I would highly recommend, I call this a paddle bit. I guess some people call it a spade, whatever you want to call it. Don't use this. Get a hole saw. The reason being, once I started drilling, it started notching out funky because I wasn't holding it just right. It almost made a bad boo-boo with it. This is going to drill you a straight hole. Twice as fast, twice as easy, use a hole saw bit if you're drilling into a kayak or any kind of fiberglass boat. I promise you, you'll thank me later. As I said, as you can see, you have a 12-volt meter, you have your USB ports. My cigarette lighter plug is going back to my fish finder and power switch. Alright, so we're back here on the fish finder. Let's hit the power button and boom. It works. We got power, so we're good to go. Alright, so the only problem I really have, and it's not really a problem, is I had all this extra wiring. Alright, so rewind. I took all the slack that I had bundled up in my wiring, cut it out, made it a little shorter, put in some black mesh to cover up my wiring to make it a little bit more prettier, and just made all the jumbled up mess of wiring I had along my console look a little better. And something else I haven't done yet is I haven't tested my USB port, so I'm going to plug my phone in and make sure it charges it. Alright, so here's my wires coming off my fish finder. It's not perfect, it's not super pretty, but it's a whole lot cleaner and a whole lot better than what it was. And as you can see here, still got a little bit of slack, but I need to leave a little bit going into the panel. But this goes down to my grass. I put this little flex cord on here, and of course that goes to my fish finder. I'll probably eventually end up drilling into my console. I really don't want to, but eventually I have a feeling I will. Either that or I'll put on some clips along on the side right through here to hold that cable a little tighter, but I think it'll be fine for that. So anyhow, I'm gonna flip this around here. Alright, so let's turn on our panel so we have power. That's a good thing. Let me move the camera up here so I can plug the phone in and make sure it charges it. Alright, so you can see my phone doesn't have anything plugged into it. I'll hit that. I'll take my USB cord and plug it in. Then I'm going to, boom, it works. So anyhow guys, that is my 12-volt voltage panel display, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called. Anyhow, that's my install for today. I've got power on the kayak. What I didn't show you was the wiring in my battery case. When I do my walkthrough video here pretty soon, I'll show you all that. But my battery case basically goes in my front hatch, wired straight to the back of my panel. I've got an extra spliced off quick disconnect, so when I add lights or something else electrical later on, I still have power from that. Well, and while I'm at it, do you like using these little gear tracks? Well, stay tuned, because I'm going to have a DIY video here coming up very soon to show you how to make these yourself at half the price. Anyhow guys, that is my 12-volt panel, electrical panel install. Not the greatest, hopefully not the worst, but I've got it installed. I'm anxious to get back out here and get out on the kayak and fish a little bit, which I will be soon. And even if I just get out and paddle for a little bit and test everything out, make sure everything's still good and kosher, I'll still probably video that and show it to you. So stay tuned guys. I've got, like I said, the gear track DIY video, a couple more camera mount video installs, DIY installs I'm going to do, and I'm going to do a full walkthrough on my kayak and show you everything I've done to it, what's on it, and how I have it set up. So do me a favor, as always guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.